Welcome in, soul family. Welcome to today's Source First channeled card teachings for the collective. As always, I have done a pre-shuffle and I've asked Source to use me as a channel to deliver the messages and the teachings to you as part of the collective who are energetically aligned to receive them. So we only take jumpers on the channel. Thank you for your patience. Ooh, and there they all go. Thank you very much. Thank you. Okay, that one first. Okay, Nightingale Spirit, number 41, which in numerology and or angel numbers, however you like to determine them, is 5. And 5s are all about freedom. So the cycle goes from 1 to 10, with 10 being boiled down to a 1, which is the beginning. So 5 is midway through the cycle. So it's like a half start, I like to think of it. It's about your freedom and your adaptability to changing situations, adventure and resourcefulness because of the changes. Can represent also like a major life transition, so where we've learned partway through a cycle and we're going from one to another. Yesterday we did speak about the ending of the cycles happening and kind of reaping the seeds that we've sown, but just bearing in mind with that continuation of the message that we have many soul contracts going on simultaneously. Okay, so this is pertaining to another aspect of your contract that you are actually halfway through learning about, and it's about shifting gears. You know, we're changing from one aspect of the learned position to another and releasing that part of ourselves that we've already learned through. And remembering that love is all around you, and it doesn't come just in the form of, when we think of love, we think of romance, don't we? Well, I do anyway, you know, like it's generally thought of as, if you say love, it's about romance. But when we look at different aspects of love, you know, there's love of yourself first and primarily. There's love for family, there's love for friends, there's love for the things that you do during the daytime. There's love for your hobbies and your pastimes and what makes you tick during the day. You know, love comes in many forms, and remembering the love of your ancestors, and I talk about this a lot, your ancestral lineage. For you to be listening to this reading today, for me to be sitting here doing this channeled teaching today, there is love of ancestors all around us. 120,000 to 135,000 possible generations since man has been on the earth, and they are all rooting for you. They are all around you. Your ancestral lineage, your ancestral lineage, they send you signs and synchronicities. They give you soul nudges. They give you what you might call inspiration or ideas, directions that you must take, you know. It's all your family, it's all your angels and archangels, your ascended masters, your past on loved ones, and your higher self. And love is all around you. When we leave this mortal coil, you know, we're not going to be remembered for like what we had. You know, we can't take anything with us. We're not going to be remembered for the designer handbags and the car we drove. We're going to be remembered for person that we were, that loved another human being, another family member, another partner, another friend. That's what we're remembered for, the love and care that we bring whilst we're here. Next card out is Cat Spirit 13, which is a 4 in numerology, which is about your structure and your stability and discipline and hard work and grounding, and basically like a solid foundation, laying that solid foundation halfway through the cycle. It's about your inner strength and your angelic realm surrounding you and assuring your absolute safety. And the message is claim your independence. Cats are very independent, aren't they? They kind of love you, give you a bit of love, get a bit of food, have a bit of a scratch, and then they're off and doing their own thing. Independence is a wonderful thing. I'm a very strong independent woman, and I absolutely advocate independence, you know. When we get to the point, though, and Spirit's putting on me to speak about this, so this is for somebody who's listening, when that becomes out of balance, the saying, that then becomes a bit of a toxic trait. Extreme independence is not the same as being independent. Stoicism and dogged determination is not the same as independence, and that's something that needs to be looked at with the intention of alchemizing and healing. When we have become so, and I have healed from this, when we have become so toxically independent because of our past circumstances, because we've been let down, because we've not had the support that we needed at the time that we needed it, we take on this just pure determination, isn't it, to get through a situation. Stoic, you know, and that is it's a bit unhealthy sometimes. It's an unhealthy independence, and we need then to be able to look at why. You know, because we did feel let down, because we did feel there was nobody there to support us. And it's okay to ask for help. It is okay to ask for help. It doesn't make you any less of a you know, a warrior, of a determined human being, of an independent person, if you ask for somebody's help. If you say to somebody, you know, can you manage this for me? Can you help me with this? They're going to say yeah. Often the people who are the strongest are the ones that get not put on, that's the wrong energy there, left to handle things, let's call it that, because we can, because we're capable, because we're able to do it. And people just let you get on with things because you always have done. But now Spirit is asking you to claim your independence, yes, but also to delegate. And that in itself is an independence, isn't it? You know, to be able to say, right, I'm doing this, I'd like you to do that. That's you being independent of your own needs, isn't it? Because you know that if you took on both tasks that day, you're going to do both in half measures, and that's not going to be great for you. So you are claiming your independence by delegation. Okay, it's absolutely fine to ask for help, and you know what, people love to help. They love to help. Ask for assistance. Oh, look. Butterfly Spirit, transformation is beautiful, and when we overcome these little things, you know, by becoming not extremely independent, you know, what a difference that will make when we feel that we've got support, when we feel that we've got an ally, you know, somebody just to be a wingman for you. With 11, that's a master number, and you might have heard me talk about those before. Where in numerology we break down to one single digit with a master number, which is double numbers. We actually retain that double number, and 11 is a highly spiritual number. This is why I have it tattooed, and it's about your intuition and spiritual connection, spiritual insight, illumination, and inspiration from your soul. Okay. Transformation is abound, basically, when we overcome. And these cycles that I keep talking of, these, when I talk about being mid-cycle with like the 4s and the 5s, like I said, there's so many soul contracts that we're actually dealing with on a daily basis, a weekly basis, monthly basis, yearly basis. You know, some cycles are short, some cycles will take a couple of days, some take a few weeks, months, sometimes years, sometimes decades. It just depends about our situation, our circumstances, our ability to learn to understand that cycle. But I feel that this one, with the asking for assistance and the fact that you've got love around you, people wanting to help you, and maybe that we're keeping them at arm's length because we don't want to feel beholden, or we don't want to feel like we owe anything to anybody if they help us. But as I said, people just want to help. They love to help, don't they? I love to help people, so why would somebody else not want to help me? You know, the same with you. I'm sure that you're the same, that you are absolutely fine to help, so why would nobody want to help you? And transformation is beautiful when we can overcome these cycles. Let's call it a mini cycle. They're beautiful when we transform from that caterpillar in the cocoon, learning about what it is that we need to overcome in 4 and 5, by recognizing that people do love us and there is love around us, and we're claiming that independence by asking for that assistance. And the transformation is beautiful when we then emerge from the cocoon, having learned what we've learned, and just take to the air with our beautiful coloured wings. I mean, how gorgeous. I'm seeing a lot of red admirals at the moment, which is just a lovely time of year, isn't it, to be witnessing these transformations happening. If you think about how long the butterfly is actually in that chrysalis for, learning to grow, you know, in the cocoon. Nature's fascinating. Okay, Spirit, thank you very much for channeling through me today. Important message there for somebody. Remembering today, as you go on your journey, when you've listened to this message, you're going to ask for help and it's going to be okay. As always, this is a reciprocal agreement we have between us, my energy for your energy. So I'm channeling for the collective, and I would love that to be reciprocated with thumbs up and shares and subscriptions, so the YouTube can do its job and find the accounts of the other people who need to hear these messages. Thank you so much. Namaste.